Candy production. Manufacturing the world's most popular confectionery products is often a fully automated process. The reason for this is the enormous demand. To satisfy this demand, people build factories with large industrial capacity that could not exist without specialized equipment. This Skittles factory uses a wide variety of machines. Each has its own function. As you can see, there are almost no people involved in the manufacturing processes. They are only needed at the loading stage when the product is packed in boxes and sent to the conveyor belt to the warehouse. However, at some factories, this procedure is also performed by machines. The candies made of sugar, fruit juice, citric acid, and artificial flavors are covered with layers of glaze. Each batch is dyed in a separate color, and then they're mixed to fill the package with a candy rainbow. Cake decoration. Humankind has been making cakes and similar products for a very long time. Traditionally, they were made by hand. The decoration was considered to be a complicated process, which required skill, precision, and ingenuity. Today, everything has changed. At the factory, automated equipment performs a full cycle of cake preparation, from mixing the dough to, of course, decorating the product. This is Cake Finishing Center, a piece of equipment developed by specialists of the Canadian company Unifiller Systems Inc. Amazingly, it can decorate up to 7 cakes per minute. At the same time, the quality is not affected by the high speed, because all the mechanisms of the machine are adjusted perfectly. Interestingly, this model is capable of performing a variety of functions. For example, it can spread buttercream between 2 pieces of cake. The machine determines the correct dosage of the cream itself. It covers the entire surface of the cake with an even layer of glaze in literally 1 second. And of course, it is equipped with a variety of icing nozzles for decorative purposes. The possibilities are limitless. It is possible to even decorate a pie. Bread production. It may seem surprising, but before putting a piece of dough in the oven to make a loaf of bread, you have to do a lot of work. Of course, modern engineers have managed to develop equipment that automates every stage of baking. It all starts with a special mixture of yeast and flour. When you add more flour, malt, sugar, and other important ingredients to it, you finally get the dough, but you can't put it in the oven yet. Once the dough has been processed in the mixer, it is transferred to a long conveyor belt. Here, mechanized rollers roll it out, gradually making the dough layer thinner, until the thickness reaches the required standard. The special discs then cut the dough into identical strips. Excess dough on the sides is removed. It will then be mixed with the dough that has yet to be rolled out. Then the dough strips are cut again to obtain identical rectangles. Then another piece of equipment rolls them into rounded pieces. They will then go into the oven. The video shows an Artisana baking line equipped with a RondoBot module. In 2018, the system even won an honorary award as the best innovation of the year. Pasta production. Here is another piece of equipment that also greatly simplifies and speeds up the food production. In this case, it is a pasta maker. It's developed by the Italian company Surman. The model shown in the video is the Orchestra 10. According to the manufacturer, it is designed for use in small facilities as well as large restaurants and diners. The design of the device is quite simple. The container is filled with semolina. It is the coarse, purified wheat middlings of Durham wheat. White flour and eggs are also added. All these ingredients are thoroughly mixed for about 12 minutes. The perfect pasta dough should be soft and grainy. Then the extruding process begins. The dough is first squeezed out without attachments to fill the entire space inside the extruder. Then the worker chooses one of the many different nozzles, determining the shape of the future pasta. The machine you see on the screen can be used to make, for example, long-length pasta like tagliolini or spaghetti. Interestingly, the worker rips off each batch of pasta manually. To cut short pasta like cannelloni, a special knife is used. Note that the machine can be equipped with an automatic pasta cutting device. In this case, the work becomes even easier. With it, you can make macaroni and gnocchetti sardi. The blade has to be changed though if you want to make penne. Mushroom picking. Nowadays, technology allows even to pick mushrooms with little or no human involvement, which is undoubtedly a huge process. After all, a few decades ago, mushrooming was a difficult, long and exhausting task. The Dutch company Van den Top Mushroom Equipment manufactures this harvesting equipment. According to its representatives, it's not just a machine that facilitates collection and packaging. It's a fundamentally new, unique method that allows you to pick mushrooms as neatly as possible without damaging them in the process. The work is carried out in huge greenhouses. Champignons are grown here using a special Dutch shelf technology. Mushrooms are not able to produce chlorophyll on their own, so they are grown in a specially prepared organic environment, compost. When the mushrooms are ready to be harvested, a special cutter passes through each shelf. It cuts the mushrooms right at the root and then transports them to the conveyor belt. The mushrooms move along it to the packing workshop, where they are placed in plastic containers and are sent for washing. Afterwards, a worker sorts the mushrooms manually. If the mushrooms are damaged, they will be disposed of, and if they're too large, they will be cut. The machine then finally cuts the mushrooms and places them into small plastic containers. From here, they go straight to the store. Some mushrooms are also harvested without being washed. After packing, they are immediately sent to the shop, to storage rooms, or somewhere else. Robotic restaurant. Last May, it was reported that students at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology and chef Daniel Boulud opened the world's first fully robotic restaurant. It was named Spice, and any person at Boston can visit the place. Its kitchen is literally full of robotic equipment. You are seeing 7 self-contained units capable of preparing tasty and healthy food. When ordering, the client chooses the desired ingredients on a special screen. After that, all the selected products get into one of the drum-like woks, where the cooking process begins. The workers only have to prepare the products, i.e. to slice the vegetables and meat. Chefs also carefully add side dishes to the cooked food. In this kitchen, magnetic induction is used to heat the food. Each machine has temperature control. The wok is constantly spinning so the food won't burn. The robots also learned how to clean themselves on their own between different dishes. The kitchen was specially made open so that visitors could see the miracle of robotics with their own eyes. It is said that it's the work of robots that allows for reasonable prices because there are almost no paid employees in this restaurant.